Hello, my name is Chiara and today I'm gonna take you through a leg workout focused on quads. We're gonna do 4 exercises and I'm gonna explain you every single one in details. You can just bring the phone with you to the gym and just follow the workout. Let's start. I always start my lower body workouts with the body weight squats and I work on the depth as I carry on with the repetitions. The next warm-up, I go for a kneeling CC squat and I really like this exercise. I've only started doing it recently because it really improved my knee joint stability and also enhance my flexibility and mobility in the hip flexors and obviously on the quads. I do other mobility drills, some walking lunges, and when I focus on training my quads, I really take a bit longer to warm up the knee area. In here, for example, I do some reverse lunges with no weight, and I really try to bring the back knee close to the floor without touching the floor. Walking backwards on the treadmill is an amazing warm-up to strengthen your knee, your quads, your joints in general in your lower body. And if you've never done it, I definitely recommend to slow the treadmill speed down considerably from your usual forward pace and start by holding the handrails for stability. Here, for example, I do it keeping my hands forward, but if it's your first time, by all means, just keep your hands on the handrail. We don't want you to get injured as you're warming up, but this is by far one of the best warm-up to prevent injury in your lower body, especially in the knee area. The first exercise we're gonna do is gonna be a squat. But the reps are going to be 1.5 rep. So if you see, when I go down, I come half the way up, I go back down into a deep squat, and then all the way up. I would say count this as 1 repetitions, and we're gonna perform 8 to 10 repetitions. And as I said, each one is going to be 1.5 rep. Don't make the mistakes to do a pulse. A pulse is a different thing, has a shorter range of motion. And I've noticed when I do it with clients, when I do pulses with my clients in a squat position, they tend to put a lot of pressure on the knees. So I slightly prefer this type of rep range, so 1.5 rep. On my first set, I always start very light, just with a bar, and I have increased the weight pretty much at every single set. I do 4 sets overall, including the first one, that is a warm-up. I will go a little bit lighter than your normal squat, and you want to keep everything under control. Try not to rush into the exercise and drive through the hills on the way up. This is my last set, so if you see, I go a little bit heavier, and oh my god, I can really feel the tension in my quads, considering the fact that I keep the same number of repetitions, but I increase the weight every single set. My next exercise is a static lunge, and I'm showing you now the setup. So I want to keep the front foot on a platform, so the front foot is elevated. In here you can see clearly the setup. So I step over the bar, I place my front foot on the plate, I make sure the front foot heels is entirely on the plate, and on the other hand the back foot is entirely on the toe, and make sure the back foot stays at all times on the toe. Because the bar is in between your legs, you can't fully come up, so the muscles are constantly under tension, and this makes this exercise really challenging. So I wouldn't go extremely heavy. Maybe pick a lighter bar. Most gyms have even like 10 kg bars or 15 kg bars. I wouldn't start if you've never done it with this setup, which is roughly 30 kg. As this exercise, as I said, is quite challenging. I performed 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions. So you don't want to go extremely heavy. You want to keep the tension constantly, as I said, and make sure your torso stay upright. Even though I'm slightly leaning forward, I'm not collapsing with my torso forward. This is the mistake I see most people doing. So try to keep your torso quite upright as you go down, and then you come straight back up. My third exercise is gonna be a leg press. If you see my feet positioning, my feet are not extremely narrow, but they're still quite close. So I don't keep a wide stance, my toes are just slightly pointing outward. I want to keep my feet as low as possible on the platform, but still I want to be able to push through the heels. So you don't want to keep your feet too low on the platform to the point that your heels are lifted and you have to push through your toes. No, make sure you always push through the heels. So the heels are entirely on the platform. I know I repeat it like so many times, but that makes such a difference in when you train your legs, especially when you do this exercise. If you see I go quite slow on the tempo, try to count 2 to 3 seconds on the way down, on the negative. I perform 3 sets and I do between 8 to 10 reps on the first set, 15 on the second one, and on the last one you want to go around 20 to 25 reps. Even in this exercise, I do not want to change the weight, so I want to keep the same weight. So don't start with a weight that is extremely heavy. You add the intensity by adding repetitions in this exercise, not by adding weight, and you still progressively overload throughout the exercise. The last exercise we're gonna do is gonna be walking lunges. We're gonna do 2 sets of 2 minutes each. So for this last exercise, we're not counting repetitions, we're actually timing the set. So 2 sets of 2 minutes each. Try to go back to back. Don't pick a bar that is extremely heavy. Pick something that you know you can carry on doing walking lunges for 2 minutes, so nothing too heavy. Take between 1 to 3 minutes rest in between the 2 sets, and make sure that you have enough space, because sometimes I see people doing walking lunges and they can't do more than 4 or 6 steps forward. So I don't know obviously where you exercise, if your gym have more like a functional area. My gym is overcrowded with people and with machines. It was actually a chance that we have so much space when I recorded this video. So yeah, just be mindful that you need some space to do so. And surprise, surprise, we have one last exercise. This one, you don't have to do it if you're already like exhausted from the workout. It really depends on your fitness level and how much volume your legs can handle If you used to train quads with high intensity, you can definitely finish off with this isometric hold. So I wanna hold my legs into a stretch position. Remember, you never wanna fully lock out for 45 seconds. And even on this one, you can do between 2 and 3 sets with a 1 to 3 minutes rest in between sets. Well done. If you completed this workout, we can finally go into stretching. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I am quite active. I post almost daily workouts, tips, even about nutrition or what I eat in a day. And obviously follow me on YouTube. If you just watched this video, you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. I also offer online coaching packages. So if you're interested, you can send me a DM on Instagram, or also you can send me an email. Let me know if you do these workouts in the comments. If there's any questions that you would like me to maybe do a video about, or any specific workouts you would like me to record for you, let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.